it's not uncommon for us to know as mediums that when we pass, we don't pass alone. We know that the spirit world comes close and helps us transition. So we know that. So when you see that in a reading, it's like, yeah, we know that. It's not special. Really special for the client, but for us, when we do hundreds of readings every year, it's like, oh yeah, same, same. And sadly, that's what happens after a while for readers. When you see things all the time, it's not unique or special. In a reading today, it was taken a little bit further. So, Mum was showing when she passed. We'd done all the things to make sure that everyone felt safe and secure to go into this space in an ethical way. So we asked permission, can we kind of go in and talk about this time, knowing that if we that we're making the client relive that. So we'd done that, and Mum's showing it like a video, slow moving video. So she's showing laying down, and she's showing a man holding her hand. The man was her son. He was holding her hand. The client, she was not there in person. She was zooming in online through this, and so it was quite traumatic. So as Mum's showing this. And she's talking about how she felt and that, she didn't have pain and all the things she was expressing all that. What she also showed me was who was coming to collect her. Now, we know all about this as readers that someone comes to help us. But what was really interesting was how she did this, and this has now come through a couple of times. And so, therefore, I'm going to share it with you on how it happens. So, when we see it, it's like imagine a hologram or an old video that the depth of color, maybe like from the 80s or 70s, what TV used to look like then. It kind of looks like that. So the depth of color is not like how we see TV now or watch movies now. So it's like that. So you can kind of see color and all that kind of thing, see, all the details, but it doesn't have the crispness that we're kind of used to, like how we see our environment or how we are used to watching TV or movies or things. So it's like 1970s TV. Imagine that as a point of reference. And so it's like that. So you can see things and you can see what's happening. You see who's moving in and the movements that they're doing, like as if someone's, talking, whispering, kissing, whatever they're doing. Right. And then behind the man, so behind the brother, was an awareness of someone or something else. And I say awareness because I knew without seeing because I couldn't see them the way I could see the brother, it was an atmospheric change. So that it's like the air changed in this movie that Mum was showing me. So I was aware it wasn't like grey or anything like that, but if I had to say it had a colour, it would have been like a slight tone of that, of a grey or a funny, wasn't bright like a white, but it was, yeah. Anyway, just say light, really light grey or dirty air colour. That's what it looked like. Uh, and within that, though, I knew, even though I couldn't see, like I could see the brother, I knew that this was a girl and I knew it was a young female. That's what I knew. This is who was collecting Mum. So, what my experience in that was one, to be able to differentiate when Spirit is showing us a whole scene and they're showing us who collected them and where they were standing and who, helped them transition, they're going to show them in a really different way, not like how they're showing everyone else in this video. So we can differentiate between who Spirit is and who is alive when they do this scene. And even though we can't see them like we could see the brother or her son, we can still ascertain who they are. As I said, young female related to her, I knew it was that. And the client, which was Mum's daughter, did say that Mum had a child in spirit. So the child in spirit which had passed a long time ago, came to collect mum. So I share this with you to let you know that they will show you who collected who, like who came to help transition. And when they show you in a picture or a video, it is going to look really, really different to when they're showing you everyone else in the scene. So that's how you'll be able to tell. When I was shown before, as I said, I've been shown a couple of times, in that time, they made me aware the person that was collecting them had a more whitish, once again, not color to them, like, I said 1970s kind of TV for the whole thing. Not like that. They had a white, they were basically white. Um, Atmospheric change that was kind of white, and I knew who that was at that point in time. Once again, relationship and gender is that. So I knew who was coming to collect that particular person. So if you have these experiences like, oh, I'm kind of getting the atmosphere looks different when they're showing me this moment in time, or I can see a color that looks like a shadow, or it looks like a cloud that is the size of a human, or something like that, then push into it and determine who that person is that's come to collect the loved one that is going to spirit.